video games are worse than you think. We're going to look at 3 aspects that make video games realistically one of the worst addictions you can have. We're going to start out with the artificial dopamine you get. Now, artificial dopamine leads to addiction because it is not aligned with your natural instincts and ways of producing dopamine. So, I've explained this loads of times, but you have a baseline dopamine, and when you engage in instant gratification, this spikes way up. Okay, your dopamine levels become extremely high. For a little amount of effort, you literally just turned on the console and started the game up, and now you're at this peak. And you stay there for a while because you play like hours. And then you dip under baseline and you stay there. You game again and again and again and fuck. You see how this can make very, very detrimental shit happen in your life. Also, this bullshit right here. I play only an hour a day. No. Stop lying to yourself. Please just take accountability for this if it's anything. You do not play an hour a day. If you're anything like all of the gamers around the world, you grind away until you get all of the fucking achievements. Until you become the best player you can. So no, you're not playing an hour a day. If anything, it's upwards of 3 hours. On average. So stop lying to yourself and admit that you're not playing an hour. And otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, because that would mean you have not an addiction, but just a hobby of playing an hour a day. But no one really has a hobby of playing video games. Everyone has an addiction. We're going to look at the next aspect. It is that video games and the achievements in them replace your desire for making achievements in real life. The achievements like becoming Platinum 1 in Rocket League or whatever. The best in League of Legends or some shit like that. This replaces your natural desire for having the best body you can, for exercising. That was supposed to be abs, but okay. Yeah. It replaces your desire for having money. For earning it, actually. So you can see that this is not just a hobby of yours. It's actually ruining a lot of aspects of your life. So I recommend taking this seriously. This is not something that you just listen to and say, oh, it doesn't matter. Next video. You're addicted. And you have to face the facts. Otherwise, you're going to stay addicted until the end of your days. And you're going to make no progress. Now, there is nothing wrong in your desire for status, by the way. There is nothing wrong for wanting to be praised for what you're doing, nor for having a desire for being the best. That's the desire that drives you to grind out video games and get all the achievements. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's purely natural in yourself. Now, we're going to look at the last aspect. It's progress. Progress, as you could guess, takes way more patience and effort when it's in real life. But I don't think you actually understand to what level it is. How much time does it take for you to be a boss in a video game? If you don't make it first try, 15 minutes? 30 minutes? The same feeling of achievements, of beating a boss, would take you around 2 months IRL to get that naturally. Yet, what people fail to realize is that when you get this feeling, which took more effort and patience, the feeling stays. Right? When you get the boss fight in your 30 minutes of pleasure of grinding out the video game, when you've done it, it basically subsides, bringing us back to this dip. But you having to put in effort for 2 to 3 months to get the same feeling you could get in 30 minutes, the feeling stays. And it becomes your way of thinking about yourself. Your self-image becomes that of someone who actually makes progress, real progress. You can't erase it from your mind. Sure, you can forget that you've done a boss fight. That's easy. You do it every day. You cannot name every boss fight you've done in your lifetime. Yet, when it took you 3 months to perhaps get your grades up, you'll remember that. You'll remember the 3 months you spent sacrificing time out socially, sacrificing gym workouts, that you got the better grades you strived for. And that will stay in your self-image. And suddenly, now you can do whatever you put your mind to. So, fuck 1 hour a day. Seriously, if anything you get from this video, at least admit to yourself that you're an addict and that you're not playing just an hour a day. In fact, I would tell you that it is better for your mental health to not play like every day of the week. If this is too hard for you to quit immediately, just don't do the first 5 days of the week, and then maybe 6. And then just ball out on the last one. Literally spend a gaming marathon. Literally do 6 hours of gaming in one day. You'll feel more actually fulfilled by these 6 hours. And overall, it will become more of a hobby than an addiction. So if anything, if you cannot quit, do this. I'm giving you permission to. This is by far the best working tactic for people that cannot quit, but you can quit, realistically. And I'm going to give you some more motivation to quit. Sell your console. You'll basically make a guaranteed $300. Just because you decided to quit. Not accounting for games. If you have discs, you're going to get an extra, $200 of that. So please just listen to me on this point. Video games are really bad. They're not what they're sold to be. They're not just leisure time activities. They are modern day warfare on your motivation and your progress striving. They make you feel artificial status through achievements that in the real world, no one, I repeat, no one actually cares about, except the people that you socialize with on your games. Sure, they can admit that you're better than them in sitting down and playing a game. Now, some arguments that I can think of, I can make a living out of playing games. Sure, that's a valid argument. But are you playing 8 hours a day then? Because that's then your job. So don't come with bullshit excuses and do one of these two. Either do the marathon sessions one day of the week or quit all out. I would say quit all out. Because most guys are not beyond the point of no return, which is this. If you quit now, you're going to get the free money. And also, as an alternative, literally, there are gaming... What is it called? There's definitely a gaming room or fun center in your city. Search it up. PS5 gaming room or something like that. There's definitely something in your city that when you feel you're genuinely gonna have fun playing video games, you can go. You don't need your console. Also, my last point. Do you even enjoy playing video games? Literally. You don't, chances are. You're just addicted. Do you actively smile while you're playing? Or is your expression more of this? Just mouth breathing like a retard? Are you autistic, literally? No way offending autistic people. But are you autistic? Do you think that this is enjoyment? Nah, fuck you. Literally fuck you if you think that. Thank you for listening today.